Modern life surrounds us with a constant stream of media, commerce, and political theater. We treat this as the natural order of things, yet this entire environment is synthetic, a construction designed to keep the population pacified and distracted. We are living in a state of historical amnesia. Humanity has been purposefully severed from its true timeline, leaving us disconnected from the actual origins of our civilization. The philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau warned that this specific deception is the most dangerous of all. He argued that the falsification of history has done more to mislead humans than any other single force in existence. Public institutions promote an accidental view of history, where events are the product of random chaos. This obscures the conspiratorial view held by the elite, who recognize history as a series of carefully managed outcomes. The establishment relies on a strictly maintained level of public ignorance to preserve its global authority. Our collective lack of knowledge is the primary mechanism of their control. For thousands of years, the ancient mystery schools functioned as the architects of society. They maintained their power by splitting all human knowledge into two distinct, unequal tracks. The exoteric track provides the public with literal, simplified myths. These stories are systematically distributed to ensure the masses remain compliant and easily managed. The esoteric track is reserved for the initiates of secret societies. This hidden layer contains the complex truths of human potential and the technical reality of our past. Recognizing that your education has been a curated illusion is the first requirement of your own initiation. Until you acknowledge this filtered reality, you remain defenseless against those who hoard the esoteric data used to drive world events. The establishment's foundational lie requires the active suppression of advanced pre-Diluvian civilizations. They work to hide the true age of monuments like the Great Pyramid, which point to a history far older than the official record allows. This erasure is achieved through omission. Critical evidence of ancient high technologies is simply excluded from the official academic record to prevent the public from questioning the linear progress of history. They further muddle the past through chronological tampering, intentionally rearranging timelines and ancestral lifespans to make independent research nearly impossible. Geographic shifting takes the deception further. Major historical events are falsely relocated to regions like Egypt or Asia Minor, effectively breaking the true ancestral lineage of modern people. Finally, pious forgery replaces our lost history with entirely fictional tribes and religious characters, creating a fabricated past to fill the void. These meticulously crafted distortions serve to sever humanity from its ancestral power. With the true record erased, the initiates required a new way to communicate their plans and maintain their allegiances in plain sight. Manly P. Hall noted that symbolism is the language of nature. It allows the elite to hide sacred truths from the uninitiated while revealing them clearly to those who know how to read the signs. Long before it was corrupted in the 20th century, these ancient institutions utilized the swastika to encode their occult meaning. Originally, it was a sacred pagan symbol representing the 4 cardinal directions and the cosmos's zenith. Ancient Celtic druids utilized wands carved from Hollywood to focus their magic and manipulate perceptions. Today, the very name of the global entertainment center, Hollywood, continues that specific occult lineage. The dollar bill's great eagle is an astrological cipher for Scorpio. The wings contain exactly 32 and 33 feathers, symbolizing the highest degrees of Freemasonry. Above, 13 stars form a hexagram, linking the currency to the Rothschild dynasty. These ubiquitous logos and symbols form a continuous thread of occult dominance woven directly into the fabric of modern life. Corporate entities and marketing firms weaponize these ancient symbols to bypass our conscious filters. They target the subconscious mind directly to influence behavior without our awareness. This saturation creates a new datura, a psychological narcotic that induces a zombie-like state of consciousness in the general population. Living within this symbol-induced trance leads to a loss of critical judgment, making the public susceptible to groupthink and an unthinking subservience to authority. Modern society exists under a form of psychological military occupation. where the commanders are marketeers and the ruling elite. This system commands the behavior of a population, being spoken to in a language they were never permitted to learn. Breaking this mental occupation requires the active development of symbolic literacy. Reclaiming your autonomy begins by interrogating the logos, architecture, and media that demand your attention every day. By identifying these recurring visual patterns, you can begin to dismantle the historical amnesia that has been forced upon you. Learning to read this hidden language strips the elite of their primary advantage and breaks the spells of influence they have cast over the centuries. The rulers of secrecy depend on our collective blindness. Once you decode their alphabet, the matrix of power dissolves, and the true history of humanity is finally yours to reclaim.